Rob Frazier here's video. I want to talk about something a little bit different. I want to talk about the importance of going out in separate directions and kind of the bigger picture as to what I'm doing online. First off, I follow a number of internet marketers, and there's very few internet marketers, internet direct sales, network marketing. I kind of lump them all together and I call them all internet marketers. So just understand that. So if you're network marketing, direct sales, it all kind of is the same in the context of this video. Very rarely have I personally come across people or mentors who actually go in separate directions. And what I mean is everyone that's in the internet marketing space or network marketing or whatever you want to call it, that's the only space that they stay in. Even when they get different levels of success, they just are still in the internet marketing space. And from my own standpoint, I'm going to be 36 years old. I spent 12 years in the Marine Corps. I got out, and it was a big life-changing shift to get into internet marketing. And, the thing is, a lot of these programs, sometimes the programs I pick the best programs, that I feel that I can represent and that are going to be around for a while. Haven't always made the right decisions. Some programs I thought, some of the programs are super good, but something happened to the program, or, they have problems, they stop paying out, they get into problems with the SEC, just all these sorts of things happen. So one thing I have learned is, number one, you want to maintain a nice portfolio, if you will, of programs. In my case, I have 3 systems that I really promote. One system I think I'm going to call it the 4 Paydays a week plan. I don't know what I want to call it yet, but it consists of Skinny Body Care, Motor Club of America, Power Lead System, and Traffic Authority. I have a second system, which is the Broke Man's Plan. And the Broke Man's Plan is what I'm going to talk about in this video. And then the third system I have is the Instant Cash Strategy. Pure Profit Pro, Power Lead System, and MLM Leads. Now, all this is going to make sense, and I'm going to tie it in together. So if you stick with the video, you'll see my long-term vision and plan. Number one, I am not going to add any new programs to the mix. I may have one system that I just run traffic to and just keep my mouth shut about. The thing is, what I tell people is, for each of my systems, and I suggest, for anyone watching this video, if you have multiple systems and businesses you're promoting, my rule of thumb is, if I'm making $1,000 a week in whatever system that is, I take $500 a week, put it into paid traffic, promote that system, and then I take $500 a week from that system and put it in my pocket. If I can do that, then I can, afford to promote different things. So in my case, I have 3 different systems, and from each of those 3 systems, I'm putting at least $500 a week into my pocket from all 3 systems, and I'm putting $500 a week into paid traffic from all 3 systems. That being said, there's no reason to add any more. And if I do, it's just going to be, on a down low, because I have the budget to do so. Now, that being said, I do not need to add any more things in the internet marketing space. It's now time to take some of those profits and to go into separate industries altogether. And that's the point of this video, and that's kind of why I want to talk about the Broke Man's Plan specifically. Everything for me stemmed from the Broke Man's Plan. It's how I paid for all of my systems, how I got traffic going, and basically how I got to a place to where I'm making that much money across all of my systems. It all stemmed from the Broke Man Plan. Broke Man Plan, just to kind of touch on it just a little bit, we got My Paying Ads. It's a program I'm withdrawing $1,400 a week from, and Future Ad Pro. This is another program that I'm withdrawing $150 a day, so it's about 875 bucks a week. So you take that 1,400 plus the 875 a week from Future Ad Pro. I think that's 875, 150 bucks a day. And you put that together, and that's a pretty nice size chunk of change by itself. Now, with that money, I don't just take it and put it in my pocket or join new programs. What I'm doing is I want to turn some of that money into assets, because that's really what this whole thing is about. It's not joining internet marketing businesses to make money online. It's making money and turning some of that money into assets and to cash flowing assets eventually. And so a part of that, one part of that, and I really do wish I learned this stuff earlier in life, one part of that is I take some of my profits, and this link right here is one of my systems, talks about International Silver Network. I take some of my money, and every single week I buy gold and silver. I put that gold and silver in a safe, and every single week as my gold and silver stash grows in my head, that's me growing my net worth, which is really what it is. The first year I was working all of these programs, I got debt free. Now that I'm debt free, I was starting at zero, so now it's time to build assets. Gold and silver is one of those assets. You know, 5,000 years of world history, gold and silver has always been considered real, valuable money, no matter what the paper dollar is doing. So that is an example of going into something totally different. While International Silver Network is an affiliate program, I'm benefiting from the program and the fact that I'm accumulating gold and silver, real world assets. Most companies, you know, they have health shakes or, you know, internet marketing products, but that has no real resale value. That's not building assets. But when you're accumulating gold and silver, that's a different story. Another example is I'm taking some of my profits and I'm learning how to day trade. So I'm taking a little bit of my money and I'm learning a skill, and this right here is one of the companies that I joined to get that information from. It's also an affiliate program. However, it's taken me in another direction as far as how I'm thinking about money, how I'm making money, that whole deal. So I'm accumulating gold and silver with my profits, and then another percentage of my profits I'm taking and I'm learning how to day trade. Because think about it, if something happens to all of the programs, at the end of the day I'm still going to have a stash of gold and silver, and I'm still going to have some other real world skills, i.e. learning how to trade. Another aspect of what I'm doing that I'm not really sharing in this video is I'm taking a little bit of my money and I'm also buying stocks. So every single week, no matter what happens, no matter if people join me, people don't join me, people quit, people hate my guts, people think I'm scamming people, whatever. Every single week I'm getting more gold and silver. I'm learning how to day trade, which is a real, valuable, and high-paid skill. And it's every single week my knowledge base is growing and my gold and silver is growing. So that's two different areas. You know, precious metals is one area, and then day trading is another area. That while I do have affiliate programs to get into that arena, those are still two separate industries altogether. So no matter what happens to internet marketing, network marketing, direct sales, I'll still have other skill sets and other assets. That's my big picture. And later on down the line, I'm going to be taking some of the profits that I make in all of this and putting it into real estate. And it's just that simple. The only thing I'm doing now is just accumulating as much assets as I can. You know, have the long-term thinking, and that is really the bird's eye view of, you know, basically everything I'm doing online. So hopefully that video was informative. I'm not trying to, you know, necessarily promote different systems or whatever. In the comments, I'll leave a link to my 3 systems I got going. But again, this right here is the big picture, long-term play. So no matter what happens, every single week I'm getting more gold and silver, more stocks, learning how to day trade. Excuse me, get a little excited. You know, more gold and silver, more stocks, learning how to day trade, learning other skills so that if something happens to any of my programs, I have other things to fall back on. And it's my intention to take my whole team with me into the same arenas. That being said, Rob Frazier here wrapping this up. Links are below the video, and we'll see you in the next video.